Welcome back, Pokemon Go players, to another episode of the Purified Podcast. Today is April 10th, 2022. I am your host, Luis Palacios, with my co-host, Chris.
Hey, it's your boy, Pokemon Trigger, please. And how are you doing today, Luis?
Very tired. I'm about to fall asleep. Good night.
Very tired. Why are you so tired?
Bro, I literally walked the 3 hours, man.
Working hard.
I did not stop. I also cleaned the house today, so I was like, I did that, and then by the moment I finished, I actually went out and played the 3 hours because,
Okay.
grinding. That's basically it.
I respect it.
How about you, brother? What'd you do? How you been?
Just worked hard at work. Played a little bit of the community day, but obviously I wasn't able to play the whole time. And then after that, I did a battle for factions, which I'll talk about later.
Yeah.
For a little bit of practice.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty uneventful. But tomorrow is my girlfriend's birthday, Juliet, and probably gonna have some fun to do that day. Probably gonna try to stay off the phone a little bit for her birthday.
At least do your daily streaks and that buddy thing.
Funny enough,
You didn't do
yesterday I did not spin a Pokestop. It's funny you brought that up.
Oh my god!
I have been messing with my buddy though, so I have been keeping that streak going. Literally right after the last podcast, pretty much, I accidentally ended my streak.
I'm
at a streak of 5.
Well, I have to actually call you every day and be like, do your buddy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was thinking about setting an alarm
for
every day for it, but here's the thing. Sometimes I'm up at midnight, so I do it. And then other days, I just kind of, do it randomly. But usually I'll remember before I go to bed, too.
All right.
But I do appreciate the thought.
Yeah, all right. All right, well, we're here once again to talk about Pokemon Go news, updates, and ranting about the game because we love the game just as much as you do. Don't forget to remind everybody that we are part of the Professor Network. Please check us out at theprofessornetwork.com/Purified Podcast. Wonderful people to work with every single time. But yeah, just always. I don't know what else to say. I've been doing this for 108 episodes, and I guess we got around 80 episodes with them. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while. I just keep saying the same thing. But yeah, check them out. Always wonderful people to work with. So we already been talking about a lot of what we've been doing this last few days, especially today. But let's recap what are our hauls this week. Shinies, Hondos, PvP months.
All right. I got kind of excited right at the beginning of the podcast because I got a 98 Meditite, but he's not what we're looking for. But let's look at what else I got going on. I did finally get around to purifying my Shadow Bagan. So that's a purified Hundo. I'm just double checking.
Wait, is that the shiny Bagan?
No. No, I do not. I don't think I have a. Maybe I do, but
you do have a Hundo Salamence, don't you? From the comp day last time we were together.
Yeah. I have. I think I have 2 Hundos. One of them's a traded one. A traded lucky one, but yeah, I got Bagans for days. I just didn't see a point in leaving it a shadow for this one because it was like a shadow 93. I'd rather have a purified that I was able to mega if I wanted to.
Okay, yeah, well, less candy and everything, that makes sense.
Yeah, but other than that, no new Hundos or Shinies. Just been grinding up the shadow Pokemon. If I look through really fast, I know there was one shadow Pokemon I was pretty excited about. Just seeing if I can find it. There were so many that were like close, really close to being like good, but they just weren't. I I don't think I talked about this yet. I got a 93 execute shadow. I'm debating purifying it and evolving it. Maybe I'll do it for the news later that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. Maybe I'll just keep it a shadow. I don't know.
All right.
But yeah, that's it for me.
All right. That's a pretty good haul. Not too bad. Shadows everywhere. Purify them anywhere. I like it. But yeah. Okay. So for me, I think actually was able to go for community today. And again, that was kind of nice. Let's start with the Chinese. Starting off the week with a shiny Shadow Alolan Executor. Or not Alolan Executor, I'm sorry, regular Execute. Starting the week there, I think. Was it 5? Yeah, that is the starting the week. So that was actually pretty nice to start, anything. Especially because of what we're going to be talking about soon. Then we're somehow, somewhere, I don't know where, but I just click on a shiny Phoebus, a shiny Phoebus, and I think Chris likes this one for sure,
Dude, I don't know how many events this thing has been in, and I still do not have my own shiny Phoebus.
Yeah, I know, right? Then I did a
How
couple.
high are those things odds, man?
I have no idea. I just saw it spawn and I was like, oh, Phoebus. Oh, shiny. Oh, wow. Chris is like, oh my god.
Screaming.
Kill me. Yes, love it. Thank you for joining us. Then I got a shiny Thunderous from Raids, finally. Well, it's the Therian form. No, is it Therian? No, it's Incarnate form, right? No, Therian. It's Therian form.
I think it's Therian.
It's Therian, yeah. Moving on to Come Day. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18 shinies. Shiny Mudkips. And that's on a 3-day event, so that's not pretty bad. Although I was more going forward for the experience, 3-time cash experience with Lucky X 6 times cash experience.
Okay.
My 7-day streak is on Sundays. So lucky enough, I actually put everything on that. So I got a shit a load of experience. So I actually went from, I believe, like 23 mil to like 24.2 mil or something like that.
Okay.
So I definitely got the experience that I wanted. As much. I mean, I could have got a little more. I was getting tired, forward into the event, but that's because I started doing a couple extra raids and more walking than usual, anyways. But I had a full Lucky X on, start pieces, incense, and everything that I could. We did a raid for Tornadoes, and yes, I did get another shiny. So 2 of them, Tray Bait, gotta love it. And somehow, I don't know what the hell was it, but I actually hatched another shiny Tyro. And I was like, you know what?
Yo.
And you know what? This actually evolves into Hitmonlee, so I went ahead and evolved it because reasons. And finally, I got 3 out of the 4 that I need. I just missing the top.
It's so annoying too because he's spawning all over the place.
And he can be shiny in the wild, so that's the difference.
Yeah.
So it's like, I need it. Or maybe I'll hatch another top or Tyro at one point.
Shundo.
Yeah, I know, right? At that point, I don't think I'm going to evolve it anyway. But yeah, so that's not too bad of a shiny hull. Then as for Hondos, no Hondos this week. Dun, dun, dun. I know, right? I was actually kind of mad.
I thought for sure Hundo Mudkip was coming.
I know, right? That would have been actually kind of nice. But unfortunately, it was actually very busy what I was doing when I was doing Come Day, so I didn't find like good parking. So I was at the park, but I couldn't like click close to my car every time a Hondo came spawn or somebody called a Hondo. So I was like, okay, well, if I get one close by me, it would be good. But if not, then I mean, unfortunately, that's how it is. So no Hondos for me this week. It's so rare for me to actually do this. I did get a couple of good PvP months, and this is actually one that Chris is probably jealous. I got a rank 1 Ultra League Swampert during Comp Day today. So I was like, evolve, ready. It's all, power up. I don't have any mud candy left. I couldn't even get enough for the extra large candy, which kind of sucks. But, it is what it is. I got a couple of extra PvP Swamperts and Mudkips. Swampert. So I kind of evolved those two between ranked in the top 10 ranks. So not too bad. I was able to evolve my Purified Hundo Swampert now. Well, yes, not Swampert now. Into, of course, Swampert. And then, right? Right?
Yes,
Yeah, you know what I meant.
that was funny.
Yeah. And it's pretty good.
The Swampert, of course.
Swampert, of course, duh. But yeah, so it's finally done. Just need the extra large candy to power up. I think if I do a couple of trades and maybe like trash all my mudkips, I should be fine in that regard. So not too shabby. I also got my Shadow Swamper ready to go. It's like a rank 80 Shadow 1492. Pretty good.
For Great League?
Yeah,
Nice.
for Great League. So I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Swamper is now my beast Pokemon. Of course,
Yeah,
my friend, who's actually there playing with me, gets into the event like 10 minutes late, clicks on the first research, and gets a freaking Shando! Like, my man!
He's just gonna flex on you, man.
Like, I even got the picture of it. It's like, my man, it's like, the F! Did you were able to get this so quickly? Like,
Did you just look at the CP and just knew, or
no, he actually asked me and be like, hey, what's the CP Hundo for research? And he didn't even tell me it was shiny at that point. Like, I was like about to look it up, and then he just clicks on getting it, and I'm just like,
I think that's the Honda.
I think that's the Hundo. I mean, congrats to my friend, of course. He actually, it's been like 6+ months since he finally came back into the game. He's been grinding it out just like any other of us. But it's his first Shando, and a good one to boot. So, good. I mean, congratulations to community member out there finally getting his first Shando. Gonna be walking around that body for a while. So, and it also has a Mega, which once it gets here is actually pretty good. So lucky him. Power up to level 40. For now, at least, because he's not level 40 yet. Then after that, oh, actually, let me check my free box here. It hasn't changed. Interesting.
Yeah, mine was still booty after 8.
That's weird. Did they fix it? That would be nice. That would be interesting. We'll talk about that.
They fixed it.
I'm gonna talk about it just a moment here. Okay, so I also finished all of the Lugia, Apex Lugia. So I got my Lugia. I was this close. If they would have just moved the IVs just a little bit more, I would have actually gotten a Purified Hundo. But now it's going to be a 96 Purified Hundo. So I'm kind of sad, but you know what? F it. Go. Purified. It is a Purified podcast. What is it?
Purified podcast.
Yeah, well, obviously. Alright, it's already Purified anyway. I really do like the Purified version of this, though. So 90, actually 93. Even worse, but anyways.
He's still pretty.
He's pretty. 93 Purified Lugia. I really wish it would have been the Shadow Lugia that we know, but...
Dude, I really do respect that the glow it gets around it for being purified now.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Hope we can actually get more of this in the future, but we'll see. So that's that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my hauls. Nothing else to scuff about at the end of the day, but I'm okay with what I got. So kudos, Niantic. Finally an event that I can grind it. Alright, with that being said, Cam Day, I think we already talked about Cam Days anyway, so there's no point to go about it. I went home the 3 hours, got as much experience as I could. This close, my man. This close to level 50. Just need a little bit more. Chris is like, I don't care. Yeah, good. Yeah, I don't have it here. I don't have the alerts here just because it's the podcast. Come on, man. It takes me longer to actually edit this BS. Anyways, so I know, right? All right. So with that being said, let's get into today's research topics of the week. Chris, what about the very first thing that we gotta talk about?
All right. Well. April Community Day meetups are coming to select cities worldwide. So it looks like they're trying to put the community back in Community Day.
Yes. Okay. That's pretty much it. So just like last community day, they were trying to get the people to actually go around and play the game more together, have a little more incentive of it. They did a little like super quick sweepstakes, which or not sweepstakes, but kind of like a giveaway for the community where if you are chosen for the community, there are special Pokestops and things like that happening. So, well, that's basically what's gonna happen on this next community day, not the classic, not today. It's gonna be for the actual April community day. That's gonna be on Saturday, April 23rd for Stuffle. So in-person community days, they do have a little roadmap on what it actually entitles. I won't actually show you the blog post this time around for the reason that I don't want anybody to know where we are. At least we know that we're in Florida. We just don't know. We don't want people to know where we exactly are. So if you guys want to check out the roadmap and where the communities were actually going to meet up, the link will be in the description on all the podcast feeds, just in case you guys need a little more. If not, just go to the Pokemon Go website, go to the actual meetup. It says April Community Day Meetup, and then you'll be able to look if you see. But there is like, places that you can go that I can actually say right now. So there are going to be two types of meetups. There's going to be a yellow meetup and a blue meetup. No red ones, unfortunately, so Valor suck it.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. So the yellow is going to be an in-person community day meetup from 2 to 5, of course. And then the blue ones, trainers receive more items every time they spin a Pokestop. So not all meetups going to be all about the people. It's going to be definitely more about the actual gameplay. The fallen cities in the meetups, they are a bunch of them. So all around the United States. I guess I can show this, which is fine because, this is just it. So
Jealous of Orlando, man. That's all I'm saying.
I know, right? So close to it too. But I'm not doing the 2 hour drive to get there. So don't try me.
I have a friend in Orlando. I may, like, if I'm already gonna visit him, I may do it.
We'll I mean, if you're gonna be there, I'm gonna be there. I'm probably gonna take a day. I could probably take a day off the next day and just be like, okay, I'll just stay here for the night or something, and then just be like, hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take this day off. Yeah. As long as it's later in the month, that's basically what it is. But yeah, so we have a couple of yellows, like a good amount of yellows and a good amount of blues, and it's all around the world, really. So it's actually pretty nice. I like it. But I don't know. It really depends. Like, Orlando is only going to have more Pokestops or more items on Pokestops. It's Jacksonville that we want to be. Jacksonville is the place to be for that, So that's interesting. But just, if you want to meet up with your community or if you actually want to get with your community in that same way, shape, or form, this is the places to be where there will be more persons and more items where you spin the Pokestops anyway. So, and I like it that it's around the world. Any thoughts on that, Chris?
I do really appreciate that it's around the world. I hope they expand on this and make it so there's more communities that, get more items for hanging out together. I think that's something that should definitely take place. Honestly, I don't know why they don't already do that,
Yeah, I guess there
Like
really
in
are.
parts
Yeah, they're at least they're really pushing the community to go out and play together. Since the last few months, even though the community has been kind of like divided in all the sense of the words, I feel like that this is what should happen to really but to embody the core of the game. What it actually says about the game. It's like we're supposed to go outside and play this game. It's time to move on from staying at home all the time.
Yeah.
And I understand there's a lot of people who will not be able to do this. I'm still debating to go out, but I'm still going to try to actually go out. But depending on how you're able to actually play, and in other cases, but if you can, just go out at least for a few minutes, for half an hour or something, and then just play the game. Just have the game open when you can, if you can. That's all I'm saying. All right, community day meetups. That's next on our list. Chris, what do we got?
Arr.
Ah.
Oh, okay. It took a second to load, but we're springing into spring with Pokemon Go. And oh my gosh, this picture, I've heard a lot about this news on Twitter. People are very excited for this. Oh my gosh, we're getting some new costume Pokemon.
Yes, well, is it really new? I guess.
One of them is.
Yeah, well, definitely is.
At least one of them is.
All right, well, spring into spring event. That's how they say it. We're back on another springful, eventful time for Pokemon Go, where we're gonna hatch eggs and celebrate with Pokemon wearing flower crowns. At that point, I'm actually excited about this too because there's a lot of Pokemon there. So it starts on Tuesday, April 12th at 10 a.m. to Monday, April 18th at 8 p.m. local time. So that's actually 2 days from now, because it's every time it's always 2 days, two days from now. I know. New custom Pokemon will appear during the event. We have Flower Crown wearing Togetic, Flower Crown wearing Togekiss, and Flower Crown wearing Love Bunny. Love Bunny. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't say
Yeah,
that.
Belle Delphine, yeah.
They're also gonna be the guardian entity of the Ula Ula. That's how I say it? Ula Ula? Yeah, Ula
I
Ula
think
Island.
so.
Yeah, Ula Ula Island. The legendary Pokemon Tapu Bulu will make its Pokemon Go debuts. Some Pokemon that you can see here, like the Togetic and the Flower Crown Togekiss, only will be able to obtain through evolution. Now, there was somebody who actually was asking, and Niantic, of course, Niantic support responded and said like, hey, even though you would not be able to actually, evolve your Togetic into, or I'm sorry, not Togetic, but Togepi into Togetic, because we have Togepi, Flower Crown, but we couldn't evolve it, and we're like, is this gonna be a thing? And then Niantic support was like, it might not be possible, but you can do this. I'm like, so is it possible? We had confirmation by all the other creators who were able to talk to Niantic that yes, if you have an all last event Togepi from, I don't know, 2020, 2021, it was when it actually was released, you will be able to evolve it into the Flower Crown Togetic and Togekiss through evolution. So thank God for that clarification, but the internet was still mad that they're not clear. But that's Niantic for you.
You're sneaky.
Indeed. So the bonuses of this event will be 2 times hatched candy, kind of nice. 2 times lucky egg duration, if there was extra experience. Half hatch distance. I can never say that right. And then Tico Rocket Runs will have more Shadow Whisper and Shadow Execute in their parties. Interesting. Now, there's actually to note about this. So Execute was supposed to be released in the Gold or Tico Rocket retreat from the last event. Apparently, they forgot about it. Aside from, the team leader. So they're making it up, and people are gonna be able to actually get this. Since there also is going to be a limited time research day, an exciting surprise or spring surprise. So on Saturday, April 16th, which is next Saturday, from 11 to 2 p.m. local time, I'll be at work, so I'll probably just be doing this from work. Limited research tags will be available in spin photos. This at Pokestops. Complete them to encounter Execute. If you're lucky, you may encounter a shiny one. So, luckily enough, I already got my shiny Execute, so I really don't need them. But the important part is in the next part of this article, which is in celebration of the season of Alola, you'll be able to evolve Execute during the event to get an Alolan Executor that knows the charged attack Draco Meteor. Chris, what do you have to say about this?
Well, first things first, I'm actually off on this Saturday, believe it or not. First Saturday I've been off in a long time. Second thing, if you're having the Shadow Pokemon, there's not really much room, like, in my opinion, there's not really a need for Draco Meteor. But, when you pair Draco Meteor with a move like Seed Bomb that charges exceptionally fast, it gives you a lot of very good shield bait and Draco Meteor nuke potential. Because Dragon hits a lot of things neutrally, and it's gonna hit very, very hard from a Alolan Executor. So I'm very excited for this move, honestly. I'm very curious how it actually shakes up its moveset.
That's right. That's definitely something. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this, especially the Sarah version. A lot of people are actually gonna try to evolve the shiny shadow one into
Yeah,
it,
you
so
included.
myself included, yes. And since I already have enough executes and a lot of executor shinies, this is just a bonus at this point for me. But getting Draco Meteor will be interesting. I don't think I have a hundo of it. Do I have a hundo of it? I don't remember now. What's the name of it? XA. Okay. Let's see. Do I have a hundo? I got a 98. Got an Ultra 11. I never evolved this for some reason. Oh yeah, I do have a hundo. Hey, there you go. Hundo Purified one. Yay! I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. That's pretty good. So yeah, so Draco Meteor will have 150 power in trainer battles and 150 power in gym and raids. So interesting to why this event is like this, but hey, I'll take it. The bonuses to this event will be 2 times catch experience, and other bonuses from the event will perish. What? Other bonuses from the event will perish?
Oh,
What?
persist.
Oh.
I was like, God, wow, Pokemon.
Guys, I'm very tired. I don't know why Drowsy is not here yet.
I was like, wait, does it actually say that?
Oh my god. Me and my English, god damn it.
You are good. You're good.
Oh
that
my goodness. That is a clip for anybody who needs to actually hear this. Oh my god, you guys gonna have fun in this podcast for sure. Kind of sad that I won't be able to really take advantage of the 2 times catch experience, but I got another events that I can take advantage to. I can still put an instance and try to see if I can get something good. I just don't know if it will
just make sure you're walking.
Can I call off of work?
Wedding.
I can't. I guess we'll see. Unfortunately, but yeah,
I honestly, if it's just gonna be all eggs, man, I wouldn't worry too much.
yeah. But it's experience for 3 hours, double, duration with the lucky egg duration and everything. But yeah,
all right.
so that's pretty good. Then we'll have our 1 encounters for this event. It will be Bulbasaur, Oddish, Paras, Bellsprout, Tangela, Chikorita, Sunken, Chico, and Seedot if you encounter a shiny one, if you're lucky. All of this can be shiny, so that's pretty cool. A lot of people are looking for that Paras. Some people are still looking for that Bellsprout. If you haven't done any of the other community days, I'm sorry. But yeah, so not too shabby in that regard. Then we have the Go Battle Day Beginner's Paradise. So this is from Sunday, April 17 to the end of that day, specifically, so a 24-hour event, just like always. With the beginner, friendly, Great League, and Little Cup active. Experience from time riches available and an avatar item up for grabs. There'll never be a better time to try out the Go Battle League. Let's go.
Are they really calling Great League beginner friendly? I'd say it's easy entry. I don't know about beginner friendly.
Not even the Little Cup, brother. Not even the Little Cup.
Dude, yeah, you got a Bronzor. You got a Bronzor, you're bust. You better have 3 Bronzor counters.
Well, they should be go a little bit faster now that Bronzor has that Dark type move, right? So they should.
Yeah. At the same time, I think the Dark type move is only going to help it against other Bronzors.
That's what I'm saying. Is like if you get stalled out, then that's the only reason, and you gotta know how to charge up the move. Anyway.
Actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, I guess you'd only really need Psychic as its quick move. So you wouldn't really need a Psychic charge move for too much else, right?
You mean Confusion?
Well, yeah, a psychic move.
Okay.
Instead of running a psychic, instead of running a psychic and a steel, you could run a dark and a steel. So I guess that works out.
Yeah, it could. Well, depending on the meta, because what's the name of the Pokemon? Cottonee with it's still kind of super viable in the meta, so you will need that steel type move to hit it hard.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if there's many Pokemon you'd want to have a Psyshock for. But yeah, I'm probably not even gonna play Little Cup. Those of you that are, definitely look into it. But yeah, I think you're right about the Dark move probably making it go a lot faster.
Definitely. We do have the Ula Ula special research story that will be available starting on April 12th to June 1st. So this one, this one's a long one. So it says, throughout the season, you'll be able to complete different special research lines to learn about each of the islands in Alola. The special research line will be able to collect until the end of the season, and then you complete it. I think that we already know all about this, so this is the next step, basically. For this, I don't know if it's just for this event, but for the actual Spring into Spring, we still have wild encounters for the Flower Crown Pokemons. We have the Pikachu. Now we have, well, not wearing Fire Crowns, but Pikachu with a Flower Crown, and then the next ones, except for Eevee and Baneri, which will also be wearing Flower Crowns, and I'm hunting that Eevee for sure.
Yup.
Neither a male, neither a female. Jigglypuff, Whismur, and Bunnelby will be part of the events, and then plus the Flower Crowns. If you're lucky, you might encounter a Chansey with a Flower Crown or a Togetic with a Flower Crown, and Togetic can actually be shiny in the wild, so that's actually amazing. Thank you, Niantic.
Yeah, I dig it.
I think actually all of these wild ponds can be shiny, so that's actually pretty cool in that regard.
Yeah, you know we love it.
We also have a shake up in the pool of eggs. It's specifically 2K eggs, and since it's of course spring and Easter, the eggs will contain Pichu with the Flower Crown, Igglybuff, Azurill, sorry, Munchlax, which is not shiny unfortunately. The second tier of that will have Happiny with a Flower Crown, Togepi with a Flower Crown, and Execute. And if the lucky one, of course, you can either get a Chingling or a Riolu, which can be shiny. I'll be hatching a lot of 2K eggs this event one night.
Yeah, this is a fairly decent pool. Honestly, yeah. I'm just disappointed Munchlax isn't shiny yet, to be honest.
Soon, brother. Soon. I don't know how soon. One day. We of course have our Tapu Bulu in 5-star rates, and then field research encounters will allow us to encounter Eevee, Pikachu, and Baneri, or in Chansey. And if you're like a Chansey, all wearing the Flower Crown and shiny possibility.
Yeah, definitely a good time to do research too.
Definitely. There's also going to be a collection challenge, and once you finish it, you're able to have you earn 2,000 experience, 2,000 stardust, and encounter with Togetic wearing the Flower Crown. And then new stickers.
Yo.
Woohoo! New stickers. Woo! Woohoo! Woohoo! Woohoo!
Let's go!
Anyways, but that is the Spring into Spring event. So nice and simple. What are you really most excited about this event, Chris?
The most exciting thing, honestly, I want to say all of the different forms of Togepi with a Flower Crown. Because, I mean, just imagine the salt of somebody as you're charming them down with a Hundo Flower Crown Togekiss in Master League.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. God, I love it.
But I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to get another shiny Flower Crown Eevee. Because it is really cute, honestly. And it goes very, very well with, like, every evolution.
I mean, if I can get, like, one of each, that'd be nice. But, so...
Oh, my gosh.
Just kidding.
You need so many.
Oh, my God. But if this event, pushes still, into next few years, it will be a yearly process at this point. But, yeah, I'll be hunting the Eevees for sure. That's the most exciting part about myself. And the 2KX actually it looked pretty promising, which I'm a kind of like an egg machine when it comes down to it. So I'll definitely be hatching some eggs along the way. So that's pretty good. So yeah, I like that. And then what else we got for our news this week, Chris?
What else? Let's take a look. Okay. So we're finding out a bit more about the Pokemon Go Safari Zone, Seville. I hope I'm not butchering that, but I probably am.
Right.
Look, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But it's the one that's in Seville, Spain.
Yes.
Is it
Seville?
Is that how it's pronounced?
In Spanish, at least my Spanish is called Seville.
Okay.
Or Seville, yeah, Seville. But you can just call it Seville or Seville. It's fine, anyways.
Dude, they're probably screaming at me.
Chris, you said it wrong. Anyways, even I could have said it wrong. At this point, I don't know. I never heard the word, anyways. But sorry for anybody living in that state or country. Anyways, so we're counting down the days for the very first Safari Zone in Spain. So it will be, of course, from May 13 to May 15. There is a special occasion with special surprises, including, if you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny Corphish for the very first time in Pokemon Go. That is pretty cool. So remember, once the event actually ends in part of the Safari Zone, it will be shiny available for everybody in the wild. We haven't seen as many as Corphish as possible, but if you go to bodies of waters, you pretty much only see like one or two anyway. So, and Corphish really needed a shiny release because I was just getting tired of seeing it around.
I'm not a huge fan of his shiny, but I will say, a lot of Pokemon have pleasantly surprised me by the shiny in Pokemon Go actually, resonating with me more
Yeah.
than I thought.
Yeah.
I do like the tint change for Corphish, but I think Crawdon's one of those ones that's kind of, it's like it's not as bad as Garchomp, but I would compare it to Shiny Shifter.
Yes. Understandable.
I will say I am jealous that they're getting Solrock.
I mean, we
Dino, Dino's cool, but I've already gotten 2 shiny Dinos, so
and without the raids, faster. No, I mean, Solrock spawns over here, so I don't know what you're talking about. You could just get the shiny here, anyways.
I just can't. He just doesn't want to shine for me.
I mean, just like Phoebus at
He's
this
like
point,
Phoebus, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so with that Corphish being shiny, almost every Pokemon in this actual poster, if you guys see it on the podcast here, it will be also shiny. So Tauros, Miltank, Corphish, the unknown, pretty sure they will be only shiny throughout the event. Dino and Solrock. So shiny possibility of the way. We actually got into a point in Pokemon Go that at almost all the events could have a wild shiny possibility. Except for a few occasions, especially when new releases. But we have moved after almost 6 years of this game to the point where we're actually wanting to play the events because of the shiny available for almost every Pokemon out there. Now, some of them could just be common shiny Pokemon that we already got, especially because we have, millions of events with the same Pokemon anyways. But it's just amazing that at this point, it's just like, more and more it just grows to this kind of event. Like, even in Spring into Spring event has a full shiny available vibe in the wild. So it's not like you're missing anything. You just gotta catch and look for them, So I feel like it's that free-to-play players and everything after so long and things like that finally feel like they can reminisce to able to play the game and actually get the shiny they want instead of wasting tons of dollars in raids or eggs or anything like that in that report. So I'm actually liking it. We're finally at this point, with a few exceptions. But yeah.
Something going back to the Spring into Spring event. Did they say there would be certain ones in raids?
No.
Did I miss that?
No,
I didn't think I did.
I don't know if you did it, but let me check again too.
No, they only talk about Tapu Bulu.
Yeah. I mean, it's a possibility. It's a possibility they'll do a little bit of a raid shakeup. I'm surprised they didn't say anything, but if that's the case, I'm actually okay with this because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, you're locking this behind raids and everything like that. You want us to raid more to do this?" I'm like, no, just play.
Because right after you mentioned the raids, I got a flashback to Flower Crown Togetic. I was like, is this gonna have higher odds or is it gonna be full odds? Because if it's higher odds, maybe I will rate it a bit more than I normally would.
We'll definitely have more information coming into tomorrow night because that's when everybody starts playing around the world, and then our event starts on Tuesday. So if that's the case, the amount of raids people are gonna be doing, but we'll see. Of course, and that's the Safari Zone. We're not done with the news, though. I do want to actually point out a few Niantic support tweets that have been kind of making waves in the Pokemon Go community right now. One of them being the rare candy obtainability in the game. So, trainers, we're tuning the opportunities to obtain rare candy in the game. Rare candy chances will be slightly decreased in rating and slightly increased in Go Battle League. And you can now obtain rare candies in gifts. So, is this a good change? Is this something that I don't really know how to put it into words when it comes down to this. I want to hear your opinions first, Chris.
Off the top of my head, it doesn't seem like a bad implementation. I guess the only problem I would have personally, uh, is it gonna take away from the Pokeball pool? So, for example, am I gonna get one rare candy instead of the three Pokeballs I'd like to get? Which I know some people would rather, do that trade. But let's say, for example, I don't spin a lot of stops. Would I rather have, the two or three rare candy I'm gonna get from opening gifts, or would I rather get, um, would I rather get, 12 Pokeballs? It's just a lot of weighing. But I will say, I am excited for that change. That way it doesn't feel like you need to do raids constantly to get a surplus of rare candies to power up the Pokemon you want to power up.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, only time will tell, honestly. Uh, but overall, I do feel like it's a good change. But I am nervous about how it's going to affect Pokeballs. For people that don't spin a lot of stops.
So this shouldn't affect the. Oh, okay. So you mean the Pokeballs in like Go Battle League or something like that, or?
No. Specifically from gifts from friends.
Oh, okay, okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
sorry,
Okay, okay,
my
okay.
bad.
No, okay, so that makes more sense. Okay, so let me recap on a little bit of how they literally saying this. Now you know how Niantic support is. It feels like Niantic Cat is writing this half the time, anyways.
It's like you get a different answer depending on who you're talking to,
Right,
right?
definitely. So the very first thing that to point out is that rare candy chances is slightly decreasing rate. So this is not a huge impact for a lot of people who just raid masses. For the more casual player, maybe, but it's not like it's actually doing a lot more since at best they're probably only using their free remote raid pass or in their free raid passes that we're getting throughout the season. So it's not a big change. I don't know how many rare cans they get. Now, I really don't pay attention about the rewards and raids. So I just click through them and then just go into the encounter screen because I'm just a lot that faster. I really don't see as much opportunity to see how many raid candies I get. If it's just decreasing for a slight less, instead of 3, I get 2 or something like that. I think I'll be fine with that. It's not too much of a change. A lot of people who are more grinders, maybe the people who want the rare candy just to make sure that they can power out the Pokemon to level 50. But at that point, if you're doing that, you might as well just do legendaries anyways, and you'll just get the extra large candy that you need for that specific Pokemon anyways. So there's not a much difference unless you're trying to power up a mythical Pokemon like Mew or Jirachi, which it doesn't have that many, and you really do need like a lot of candy plus extra large candy to do it anyways. As for increasing it back into Go Battle League, it's a nice change just because the PvP community is at large. Now I know not everybody plays the Go Battle League or anything like that, but we are in an interlude season, so it's actually kind of nice that they're releasing this kind of change when you're not supposed to be super grinding the Go Battle League. So more casual players are actually more incentivized to do Go Battle League through their free, encounters and just get the candy from it, which is nice. So it's not. I don't think it's also going to be a huge change, but if there's going to be the slight increase in seeing it there, it's also incentivizing to actually do Go Battle League, and then to be able to obtain it in gifts, which it's kind of good because if you have a lot of friends, cool. If not, or you don't have a lot of friends that you actually open gifts or do the gifts, I don't see the problem. And I do understand what you are talking about when it comes to the Pokeballs and the rare candies and everything. But gifts is a gift, and even though you get Pokeballs and Great Balls and Ultra Balls from it, it's not supposed to be like the incentive to actually do them. Like you're supposed to actually go out and spin the stops to get the items that you need. But this is a great free way to get rare candy. I mean, it's even freer than doing the Go Battle League because you don't have to spend Stardust or anything. So I feel like it's a good change. So my take will be to keep it the way it is and see how the results are. If people are not really liking the way that it is, then just slightly change a little bit here and there. So that way it can be a little bit better for everybody. And this actually applies to every part of the game, which is good. It's always a good thing. Instead of just doing one thing and just getting or losing a lot of money on the things that you need to do, and then you're more free to play options in that regard. I really do like it at that point.
Yeah, I do feel like a lot of people are definitely going to appreciate this change. I think Niantic is just going to have to watch the amounts, or the drop rate, and then just kind of decide from there what they want to do.
Right, right. So that is that when it comes down to the rare candy. Now, of course, there's still more to share when it comes to Niantic support and everything, but I'll leave you guys with that just because, again, it's Niantic support. You never know what's gonna happen until you do. So yeah, that's it on the news section. The topics of this week, because there's nothing else to cover unless I'm missing something. But just quick side note, I do believe the APK mines are actually being pushed this next few weeks. I believe that by the end of this event, we'll actually hear something about that mega surprise, and we'll see how it goes.
Ooh.
I don't know. It's getting up there, and you guys know what we're talking about if you listen to the last podcast. This whole new mega system is gonna come into fruition pretty soon, unless I'm wrong, which I usually am. So let's get into some PvP section. Get good, get wrecked. Here we go, Chris.
All right.
Anyhow, GVL. We are in what season now?
Oh shoot! Oh my gosh! What is it? Is it season 10?
I know, right?
Is it further?
We are in the Master League and Halloween Cup. What are you liking so far, Chris?
So I think you can guess which one I'm doing.
I mean, there's only one without extra large candy involved.
Yo. Yeah, I think I only have like 2 or 3 level 50 Pokemon. I've been kind of working on a few other ones, but even the level 50 Pokemon I've been powering up are pretty much for Ultra League.
Right.
So yeah, I've been doing Halloween Cup. I was leading Obstagoon for a while. I have not seen a lot of Obstagoons at all, and it was doing a very good job of countering the meta for like the first day or two, and then out of nowhere, I guess everybody just started deciding we're either gonna lead Nidoqueen or something random. So it's been like 50% of the time I see Nidoqueen. So I ended up having to change my lead. I've been having fun with Mawile. Not a shadow version, honestly. Just because I didn't want to put the candy into giving my shadow a second move yet.
Right.
And it's been pretty fun.
Yeah.
Because some people see a double boosted Shadow Mawile and they just leave. Yeah, it's bad.
Mawile. Gotta love Mawile. Always a good Pokemon to see. Like, I remember when Mawile was so relevant in one of the Silt Arena tournaments that we were doing for a competition.
Oh my gosh.
And I destroyed everybody with that thing.
I think I remember that.
Yeah. I think you were supposed to.
Ones,
you were yeah, I know, right? Like, this was like season 1, so I know that was still playing the Gold Battle League at that point. I'm sorry, the GBL.
Yeah, no, the
Silt Arena.
Right?
Oh my goodness. But yeah, so I remember you actually were supposed to warn one of our community members, and they just got destroyed because when they faced me, it was like, oh, that's how it works. And I just swept with it, like I literally swept the entire tournament that time.
I think they thought that a Steelix could beat a Mawile.
Yeah,
I think is what they thought.
Yeah, no, they didn't.
I was like, no.
I feel like the Mawile with the Fire Fan and then the Power Up Punch, it just like melts Steelix.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I want to tell you, but I really can't tell you that it's gonna lose this matchup. I hate being that guy.
All reminiscent of times where we super have fun with the community, which I feel like we just gotta get back to it eventually. Then we have, of course, our Fractions update for the new season. Chris,
Why do you always call it fractions?
I like the R.
Man.
Oh,
Well, Switchmasters and a few other um, factions have been kind of practicing in off-season faction league, is what we're calling it,
ooh.
and I think it's just four of us. So let me take a quick look. I just want to make sure I'm not saying their name wrong. Yes. Okay. So we have Switchmasters, and then we have two teams from Thunderdome,
Okay.
and then Aztec is going to be the last one. And
Interesting.
funny enough, we we lost the first round, and it was kind of my fault, but well, in a way, because I was the last person to battle. But it was 9-9, and I went 1-2.
Oh,
So I was like, no. But it is just practice. It literally came down to one quick move. It was Stunfisk versus Stunfisk at the end, and dear lord, man. I had the energy advantage, but he had the HP advantage. So he was just able to mud shot me down.
gotcha.
Um, and then Thunderdome 2 versus Aztec. Aztec ended up winning 15-6. I'm assuming we battle Aztec next, or maybe Thunderdome 1 battles Aztec and then we fight Thunderdome 2. But really, the point of this isn't necessarily to win, it's to practice and
Yes,
see what we
definitely.
can improve on.
Always.
Um, yeah, so it is definitely a lot of fun.
That's pretty good, especially the practice part because you do need practice to get better at things.
Oh,
And
even the people that win all of their matches,
oh
you
yeah,
need to keep doing practice so uh, how the game changes.
oh
From
yeah,
move set changes, what's gonna win under very specific circumstances. It's a lot of fun, honestly.
definitely. So I mean, keep going at it. I'm sure that once the actual season of factions,
Oh, it's gonna be a while too for that.
that's pretty good. Hey, thank you so much, my friend from Texas, for sending me a Rockruff raid again.
Bruh.
Bruh. I've been doing a couple raids too, so that's pretty nice. I need more stuff.
More of the blue boys.
More the blue boys, yeah, always, always, always. But yeah, so that's pretty good. All right, I guess that is it. I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of changes going on in the next few weeks that I want to start doing. The podcasts are still gonna stay the same on Sundays, just because that's good what it is. I may be a little bit tired coming up the next few weeks, just because of what I want to do. So keep in mind, if I'm not at as energetic as I should be, it's because I want to do something for myself. Anyways, that's not part of the podcast. I just wanted to add it in just because of time restraint. Anyways, so while I wait for this raid to start, thank you so much everybody for listening to the podcast. Chris, you have anything else to cover just in case?
Nothing I can really think of.
Mm,
I mean, we'll probably talk about the Pokemon Go TCG cards more as they come near. But yeah, at the time being, we don't really know too much about them.
definitely. Well, with that being said, thank you so much once again. If you want to listen to more of us in the podcast feeds, we are in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, our Radio Stitcher, and many other places. If you can leave us a review, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. It helps out a lot. You can follow our social media accounts for quick info. Myself at Pure Lighter Go, if you guys don't know about that point. And Chris at PKMN Trigger, please. That is PKMN Trigger, please. So make sure you do that. You can always email us anything info or anything that you want to tell us to the purifiedpodcast at gmail.com. We are waiting for one lucky person to tell us about their day in the Pokemon Go world. That'd be nice. Or anything. I mean, if you want to just talk, that'd be nice too. And then, yeah, you can always check us out at thepurifiedpodcast.com or the Professor Network. So, yeah, thank you so much. And I finished the raid in quick session because, again, it's a 1-star. And if I can get the shiny before we end the podcast, kaboom! That is no. And I don't think that's a handle number, so I don't remember right now. So,
Doggone it.
Darn it. Anyway, with that being said, I believe that is it. So, Chris, how about you take us away for the night?
All right. Um, thank you guys for joining us. We hope you enjoyed your Mudkips. Definitely looking forward to this Flower Crown event of Spring into Spring.
Flowers for
Let us
everybody.
know. Yeah. Let us know which one is your favorite that you're going to be hunting for. Let us know which ones you're able to score. I don't know about you guys, but Flower Crown Eevee is pretty much always going to be one of the best ones. So definitely brag if you guys find one of those. Okay, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one, guys. Peace out.
Keep purifying them. We'll see you guys next time.